So today's video, we're going to talk about authorized user accounts, aka Tradelines. What are Tradelines? What are authorized user accounts? They're the same thing. Let's say you have a credit report, your credit score is not that great, and you want to improve your credit score, but you don't have that many negative items on there, you don't have that many collections, you don't have any negative items on there. That's the best way to go about it, is not having any negative items. This will still work if you do have some negative items, as long as they're older, over 2 years, or something minor like maybe a late payment that's 1 year old, a single late payment that's 1 year old. But the best way to get to benefits from having authorized user accounts and trade lines on your credit reports are to have the best way is to have a clean credit report. No negative items, and you'll see boosts as big as 50 points to 100 points to even 150 points, depending on where you stand with your credit report, depending on what's on your credit report. But you can see anywhere from 50 to 100 plus points. Now, I can't guarantee you these benefits, the exact amount of points that you will get, but you will see a boost. That pretty much is almost guaranteed, but I can't guarantee that. I'm not giving out any financial advice, any credit advice. This is just, my opinion. So take it for what it's worth and based on experience. So, all right. Now, with that said, what are trade lines? Trade lines are credit accounts. You have a friend, a cousin, an uncle, or aunt, or whatever, and they have a credit card that they've been paying on for many years. Maybe not even many years, but just a few years, maybe 2 years, 3 years, or whatever. And they've been paying on it on time, and they have low utilization. They've never missed a payment. They never maxed it out, and they add you to your account. They add you to their account as an authorized user. What would happen is they would add you as an authorized user, and you would get a copy of their credit card, and whatever charges you make goes onto their credit statement, and you're responsible for paying it off if that's the arrangement you have with your relative. Now, what also happens when they set you up as an authorized user, the credit history goes onto your report. So if they've been paying on time, you've been paying on time. And it goes to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. It goes on all three of your reports. Now, some credit card companies don't play fair, and they won't report that information to your credit account. The authorized users new trade line that you got from your aunt, your uncle, whatever, they won't report that to the credit reporting bureaus for you. Now, there are a few credit card companies that still do that, and that will do that, in a timely manner, such as Barclays, Capital One, Discover. I don't think American Express does it. I'm not sure, but don't quote me on that. But there's a few that will do it. And the best way to avoid not getting into that trap is to stick with Capital One, Barclays, Chase, and Discover. Those are the ones that I know off the top of my head that will report on your credit report. So if you have a family member or a friend that's willing to add you as an authorized user, go ahead and go that route, because that's free and it will definitely boost your score. Now, if you don't have any of those, and you do have family members that just don't happen to have a credit card from a credit card company that will report on your report as an authorized user, then another option would be for you to go ahead. Another option for you would be to go ahead and sign up with Tradeline Supply Company. Now, you can find a link down below in the description for Tradeline Supply Company, and use the link. But let's go through it right now, and I'll show you exactly what we got going on this website. I've personally done this myself. It does work. They will report. They do report in the time manner that they say they will report. The prices are reasonable, and it works. So just give it a try. You can actually Google it yourself and see if you can find a bad review for this company. You won't find any bad reviews, because they do what they say they're going to do. They have a customer service number. They're easy to get in contact with, and if it doesn't work out, you can always get your money back, because they have an option on their website for credit cards that just doesn't report. Sometimes it happens. It doesn't happen often, but occasionally there may be some mistakes with the way you provide the information to them. So, let's check it out. So trade lines made easy. See trade lines. We don't want to see trade lines right now. Credit piggybacking has been a credit building strategy that has benefited primarily a privilege for over 40 years. Tradeline Supply Company LLC aims to promote equal credit opportunity by making this option available to everyone. That means you and me and everybody else. All right. So they're leading through innovation and purpose. Tradeline Supply Company LLC is a pioneer in making it possible for consumers to purchase Tradelines 100% online with an easy automated checkout process. By leveraging innovative technology, we have been able to cut costs and streamline the process, which ultimately makes this strategy available to more consumers. So like I said, if you don't have any relatives or friends that has a good credit card and a good history of paying on that good credit card that will add you as an authorized user, then this is definitely a viable option. Now, if you're looking to buy a house, you're looking to finance a car, then this will definitely help you get that better rate. This will definitely help you get approved for a mortgage, for a mortgage loan by adding Tradelines to your credit report and boosting your credit score. So let's continue. Tradeline Supply Company LLC is not a credit repair company, does not advertise this service for the purpose of boosting credit scores, and does not guarantee any improvements to credit in any way. Instead, we are simply fighting for the rights of our customers to have the same opportunities as other more privileged Americans who have friends and family to offer them the same strategy. Additionally, we provide free education and tools to learn about credit and finance in order to empower people to make the best choices possible. So legally, they cannot provide you any claims as far as what type of credit score boost you will get by using their service. They can't do that legally, but you'll get a boost. I mean, come on. Search on YouTube and find out, if this is legit. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. You don't have to search on YouTube, but just do your own research and find out if authorized user accounts do still work. They do work. Authorized user accounts do work. They will help you get that mortgage. They will help you get a lower rate on your mortgage if that's your goal. And they will help you get a better rate on your auto financing or whatever your credit goals are. They will help you achieve it by adding a Tradeline to your account. It does work. 2021. Yes, it's working. All right, so providing equal opportunity. We don't need to go through that. Opportunities to participate. Being a broker or an affiliate, blah, 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 blah. We don't want to go through that. All right, so let's go through some resources. Let's go to the Knowledge Center. Let's see what we can get some knowledge on real quick. Did that work? It's working. Okay. Oh, let's go to what is a Tradeline. Maybe they can explain it better than I just did. All right. In the broadest sense, a Tradeline is any account that appears on your credit report. Different types of Tradelines include mortgages, auto loans, student loans, furniture loans, jewelry loans, installment loans, and of course, credit cards of all types. However, if you made it to our website, you may be interested in purchasing Tradelines, and that is something a little more specific than this broad definition listed above. Okay. We sell authorized user Tradelines, which means you can pay to become an authorized user on someone else's credit card. The account will then appear on your credit report showing your authorized user status. And this will boost your credit score because you'll have the authorized user status and you will have that Tradeline history on your credit report, and you will also have that low utilization showing up on your credit report because you're going to be adding a Tradeline with a significant amount of available credit and a low utilization, typically under 10%. Under 10% utilization on your credit reports, on your revolving credit. Under 10% utilization on your revolving credit is a major impact on your credit score. It has a major impact on your credit score. So trying not to max out your credit cards and simply paying off your credit cards down to under 10% will also give you a boost in your credit score. So keep that in mind. This is another addition to that. So this will also lower your overall utilization by adding one of these Tradelines. If you have $5,000 in revolving credit as an authorized user to your credit report, this will lower your utilization and boost your credit score. I think utilization is about 30% of your FICO credit score. So keep that in mind. This is like a double whammy when you get a Tradeline added to your credit report. All right, so why would someone want to buy a Tradeline? Well, Tradelines in the broadest sense are what make up a majority of a person's credit report. It does not need to be said why someone's credit report is important. We all know how important credit report is. Essentially, everyone wants to have the best credit report possible. To this end, it is wise to study how to build good credit. The basic answer is to open a credit account of various types and make all your payments on time consistently. If you do this all over time, you should have good credit. By optimizing the factors you go into a credit score, by optimizing the factors that go into a credit score, you could eventually even get a perfect 850 credit score. I guess that's possible, but it's very hard to achieve an 850. You can get into the 800 club. That's doable, very doable. And there's lots of tutorials on how to do that. But an 850, man, if you can get an 850, you're good. All right, so what if I currently have bad credit? If you currently have bad credit, turning that around and building good credit is the exact same process. Open new credit accounts of various types and make all your payments on time. It may take longer to rebuild your credit than it originally took to build your credit. Because of the negative marks will remain as part of your credit report for quite some time. If you have errors on your credit report, you may also want to consider beginning the process of credit repair, whether they're DIY credit repair techniques. Now, a link will be in the description down below for Credit Versio. It is a DIY credit repair program that's fantastic. All you simply do is just log in with your Identity IQ information, and you can use Credit Versio for free. If you don't have Identity IQ credit monitoring service already, you can sign up using the link down below, or you can sign up through Credit Versio. Signing up through Credit Versio helps them out and helps them provide that service of DIY credit repair for free. The way it works is they'll give you dispute letters to get these negative items removed from your credit report in a timely manner, and the letters are professional. And I did another video on that. I may put the link down in the description below for that video as well, so be sure to check that video out, or maybe I'll put it up on the screen somewhere as a card. But yeah, just look through my channel and you'll find a video about Credit Versio, the DIY credit repair. They make it easy, and it's free. So let's continue on. Okay. All right, so that's where I left off at. How can Tradelines help? When purchasing authorized user Tradelines, when you get added to the credit card as an authorized user, it does show up on your credit report when you are added, rather than the entire history of the account is reflected on your credit report. Rather, the entire history of the account is reflected in your credit report, with some exceptions depending on the bank. For example, if an authorized user is added to a credit report to a credit card that is 20 years old, it will simply appear as a 20-year-old credit card that this person has on their credit report with an authorized user status. Therefore, the credit scoring algorithms often just assume this person has been on this card for 20 years. If the Tradeline has a perfect payment history, that is a nice thing to have on your credit report. If the person has a perfect payment history, that is a nice thing to have on your credit report. Also, while there may be several different utilization ratios at play in the secret credit score algorithm, an authorized user Tradeline can play a factor in the overall utilization ratio. The truth is, since the credit scoring algorithms are a secret, no one knows exactly how it works. There are a lot of inferences, correlations, and speculation that has taken place to try to understand the way credit scores work. All right, so which Tradeline should I buy? I'm not going to read this entire thing right here. If you want to know this information, it's on their website. The link is down below in the description. But I highly recommend Tradeline Supply Company. They have a fantastic service. They have fantastic customer service. They do what they claim. They do it in a timely manner. They do it on time. And you won't find a negative review about this company online anywhere. Now, if you see somebody talking about Tradelines don't work anymore, just ignore them. They're stupid. They don't know what they're talking about. Tradelines do work. They absolutely do work. I highly recommend that you get one. And, let's get some gains. Boost that credit score. Let's get that credit score going this direction, not this direction. All right. Now, another benefit to adding an authorized user Tradeline to your account is you're boosting your credit score up. And at that time, during the time frame that authorized user is having the most effect bringing your credit score up in this direction, you'll want to take advantage of that by applying for different credit cards, applying for different loans, so that you can boost your credit score on your own. You understand? Like, before you add this authorized user account, you may be 580, 590, or somewhere around there. And after you add this authorized user account, it may put you into 650, 200, 670, almost maybe, or maybe even 700 range. And that's plenty good for you to get approved for top-notch credit cards like Chase credit cards, Barclays credit cards, or even the Better Capital One credit cards, or maybe even Navy Federal. The cream of the crop, Navy Federal. So if you can get yourself a Tradeline, And when that trade line hits your credit report, and you will know that the trade line hit your credit report because you will have credit monitoring service like Identity IQ, and you can sign up for that down below using the link in the description. So Identity IQ, Credit Versio, and a trade line. When that trade line hits, you want to apply for all of the good credit cards and get approved and start building your credit even further up to there and beyond. All right, so yeah, all the links are down in the description. There's more information on credit scores and everything like that also down in the description, so be sure to check everything out down there. And yeah, thanks for watching. That's it, man. Peace.